Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, T1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated into
my experience doubt of starting with was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at GarnerIndustries.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yes, y'all. It's me, y'all. Yes, y'all. It's the black shirt. Yes, y'all. It's me, y'all. And I got my boy Nick with me today.
What's up, Terrell?
Yeah. I can't hear you that good. Turn yourself up a little bit, Nick.
You always have your headphones way too loud, so I'm surprised you don't have the max volume.
It's like
no, it looks like you do. Never mind.
All right, it's Thursday. March. I mean, not March. What is it?
It's July.
July. I thought we was way back in March, but July 20th, ain't it? What's today? The 20th?
It is July 20th.
All right.
You got yourself some red velvet cake. Shout out to Magic.
Yeah. I'm just not eating it. He brought it about about 2 days ago.
That's all right. That's all right.
Good.
I think he brought it yesterday.
Yeah. The ticket 93.7. The captain's show. The captain's not in today. It's gonna be me and Nick rolling along. We're gonna talk some Big Ten football. We're gonna talk some big massive NIL deals for some college athletes signed by a pro wrestler, a former one. We're going to talk about some Northwestern and how complicated this thing is getting.
Man.
And it's getting very shaky.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Not just with football.
Not just with football. This goes to baseball, basketball.
Baseball, softball, volleyball.
Yeah, it's getting bad. So, there's a lot of things we're going to talk about today. But, we're powered by Bauer.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that.
Yeah, I have to say it by myself today.
Okay, go ahead.
The Bauer guys out there doing some hard work. But, Nick.
What's up?
They came out with the preseason, one of the college football news came out with the preseason Big Ten.
Yeah.
And the top 30 players from the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to start off with, offense. So you're that type of offensive guy. You look like an offensive guru.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I'm going to let you start off I'm going to let you get the offensive side.
Okay. All right. So list them off, obviously, right? So, a lot of them are going to feature names from Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan, right? Obviously, Blake Corum is going to be on there. He's going to be a Heisman contender. Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State is going to be an NFL draft kind of guy. But what's crazy, I had the wrong page. Here's the right paper for you, Terrell. So the offense, just quickly going through the list, and this comes from Athlon Sports, collegefootballnews.com. So the preseason offensive player of the year is Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State. And Farley, you'll remember that ahead of the NFL draft this spring, people were saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. was better at that point than any of the people that were actually in the draft. That he was better as a guy that was not draft eligible. He was the best wide receiver if he would have been in this year's draft.
I agree with them because Marvin Harrison Jr. is on another level.
He's a freak.
Trey Palmer is fast, but you got to see the route running that kid runs and the way he dominated Georgia until he got knocked out the game. Because if Marvin Harrison stays in that game, Ohio State would be the national champion.
And don't forget, if Ohio State just makes a field goal, they were going to be national champions.
This is the type of kid you dream about having on your.
My goodness!
It's a once in a generational kid right here.
It comes from great blood too.
Yeah, and obviously he's been trained well by his dad.
Oh my gosh!
He looked at his dad tapes and to have a father like Marvin Harrison Sr., he was no joke. Just to have a kid like that on any team would be happy just to have him come back.
I mean, the guy wears Louis Vuitton cleats, and he's got the swag as well. Like he wears Louis Vuitton cleats and he wears an Apple Watch while he plays. The guy is decked out in all this glam, and he doesn't care. But also, what I think, it doesn't bother me that he does all that because he backs it up.
Yeah, he
with
backs it up.
Incredible performances.
Louis Vuitton
cleats.
I wonder how those feel.
It's unreal.
I wonder how do they feel great or something?
They have to.
Ooh.
I don't know
how much they cost.
That's what I was just about to look up.
Yeah, I need a price range on that because that's
I don't even know how to spell Vuitton. Louis Vui. Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I can't pronounce nothing I don't buy. So,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I got an Apple Watch, but who wears watches anymore?
Yeah. So back in the game against Wisconsin, back on September 24th, 2022, Ohio State Marvin Harrison Jr. rocks Louis Vuitton cleats and an Apple Watch against Wisconsin. That's like one of those things where you forget that you have it on, and it's like you jump into a pool and your phone's in your pocket, and you go, "Oh no,
yeah,
my phone's in my pocket. I gotta get this out of here." But he was just like, "Listen, I don't care, man."
Yeah. It's like going to football practice with a necklace on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's forbidden probably because it's a lot of, not like saying when snatched that necklace off. Who was that in football?
Oh, I can't remember who. I know I can see it.
Was it Michael Crabtree?
Yeah.
Michael Crabtree and
was it Richard Sherman?
Richard Sherman.
It was Richard Sherman.
Yeah. So them two right there. But I just can't imagine, like someone says, Clatinio John says, how can you wear a watch playing football?
Well, that's the thing is he went out. I think he had 150. So it says it here. He caught 6 passes, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns against Wisconsin in the game that he wore the Apple Watch and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. So how many yards receiving did Trey Palmer have last year?
Oh gosh, I can't remember off the top
because,
of my head.
Just looking at Marvin Harrison's stats, 77 catches last season, close to.
Yeah, go ahead and read off his stats because then I'll
1,300 yards,
1,300 receiving yards.
Yeah,
and that's in an Ohio State room that had Jackson Smith and Jigba, who was injured for a good chunk of last year. Yes, they also had Emeka Ibuka, who is a first team all Big Ten offensive player as well. So Trey Palmer last year, 71 catches, 1,043 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Okay.
So, but also Trey Palmer, I mean, there weren't a whole lot of other guys that you felt real confident throwing the football last season.
Yeah.
And Marcus Washington was there.
Yeah.
But like Alante Brown, who obviously is now at Michigan State, he was in and out and a little streaky. I mean, Trey Palmer was that guy where you could rely on him any day of the week.
Yeah, but Marvin Harris is still on a different level. That kid right there, man. Yeah.
So anyway, back to the Big Ten offensive team. J.J. McCarthy, obviously at Michigan. Braylon Allen Jr. Braylon Allen, who is a junior at Wisconsin, and then Blake Corum at Michigan. We've talked about it on various shows, Terrell, where the Big Ten is absolutely loaded at running back.
Yeah. What about the guy from Illinois?
Chase Brown is gone. Chase Brown is gone.
Where did he go in the draft?
Did he go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. He went later rounds, or I should say middle to late round. Chase Brown NFL draft. But that's what's interesting about with Illinois is I don't know.
Cleveland.
Yep, Chase Brown. No, Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, the Bengals?
In the 5th round, 163rd overall.
Yeah,
Chase Brown.
He'll be a great deal with the Cincinnati Browns running back.
So they don't know what Joe Mixon's doing.
Well, I think he signed back.
Okay, good. Because that's the thing is Joe Mixon.
No, one of them took a pay cut.
Yep.
Because they was going to get cut. I don't know what team that was.
Well, either way, with Joe Mixon in Cincinnati, and yes, we're kind of bouncing back and forth, but Joe Mixon is a really, really good football player. He's just got to figure out the off the field stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of domestic violence stuff going on with Joe, where that has happened with Joe Mixon, even dating back to his time at Oklahoma. He's got to figure that out because that's the thing is he's one of those quieter guys that you don't really hear a whole lot about. But he'll put together a pretty good year and a couple 100-yard rushing games. And when you have Joe Burrow and you have Jamar Chase and you have
Tyler Boyd and you have T. Higgins, it's like, maybe we don't need a running back to run for 180 yards a game.
Yeah.
So,
but I like this this other running back too from Wisconsin,
Braylon Allen,
big kid.
Yeah,
big one.
Yeah.
And the kid from Purdue, is it Huckabee?
The
high running
Mockabee.
Mockabee.
Mockabee. But I thought did he transfer? Devin Mockabee?
See, that's the thing. The Big Ten is stacked with running backs, and you look at the running backs that we have, and the whole Big Ten is, I can say it's 10 good running backs I see can get drafted from the Big Ten.
Oh, well, so that's the thing. So, I mean, you just go up and down the list of Big Ten running backs. Obviously, it's Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards at Michigan. Those are 2 NFL draft eligible guys this year. You have Braylon Allen at Wisconsin. You have Travion Henderson and Mayan Williams at Ohio State. You have is it Nick Singleton at Penn State as the starter? And then not a lot of people realize this. They added Minnesota's backup running back last year, Trey Potts, to their team this year with Penn State, because Mohamed Ibrahim was at Minnesota last year, ends up graduating, and Trey Potts transfers out. Trey Potts, when Ibrahim was injured, was just as good as Mo, was just as good as their starter. And so, I mean, there's 6 or 7 guys right there, and that's not even mentioning Anthony Grant is more than serviceable for Nebraska. You have multiple other guys across the conference that are going to be really solid running backs for them, because it's an offensive line league.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll read the rest of this list, so we'll just stay on course.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, going to wide receivers here, heavy Ohio State's Emeka Egbuka that we mentioned, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. And I know we want to talk about top assistants in college football later on in the show.
Yeah.
Brian Hartline.
Is
oh my goodness. When you go onto a recruiting site and you look at just Brian Hartline's commits, it's 5-star, 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 5-star. And
Where did
it's NFL.
How old is Brian Hartline?
Young.
Did he play ball?
He did. He played a couple years in the NFL. He played at Ohio State.
Yeah, okay.
Played a couple years in the NFL for a couple various teams, and then. But now, I mean, the guy just racks or just hauls talent, and
great recruiter.
Yeah. And it's curious, like, he's at a really, really good spot, obviously, at Ohio State. It's pretty cushy. He gets paid really well for a wide receivers coach. I don't know if he'll ever be like, you know what? I think it's time for me to go leave.
Because Ryan Day's not an old guy.
Ryan Day's not old. And it's, if does Brian Hartline want to go be a head coach at a Western Michigan? That's just a group of 5 school. Does he want to be a head coach at Memphis or at Coastal Carolina, or does he want to continue to be the wide receivers coach and get paid really well for an assistant at Ohio State?
Yeah, because he would probably have to think about that, because it's younger coaches, it's coaches that have done that before, took that route.
Yeah.
Like Scott Frost, he goes to Central Florida.
Yep.
Tears Central Florida up, then comes here and don't do well.
Had a great gig, at Oregon.
Yeah.
Had a great spot, and he was really good.
Yeah, he was. I liked him at Oregon. That's
really
when
good.
I cheered for Oregon, though. I really did cheer for him because Scott Frost was the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, absolutely. And So continuing through this, though, Ohio State, once again, Emeka Egbuka and Marvin Harrison. Then you have Brevin Spanford at Minnesota. The tight ends aren't as strong this year. And then an offensive lineman from Penn State that I'm not even going to attempt to say the name of, Olumiyiya Fashanu. I don't even know if that's even correct. Next. Yeah. Connor Colby at Iowa. Jake Renfro at Wisconsin, Donovan Jackson at Ohio State, and Jack Nelson at Wisconsin. So, as we're accustomed to seeing, 3 of the 5 offensive line spots are from teams in the Big Ten West, but also not Nebraska.
Oh, man. Well, this is the defense side, and I'm the defensive guru today. You want to go to break, or you want to just
let's go ahead and go to break. Let's do the defense on the next side.
Take me out with something good.
All right, I got to find some stuff here because this is. You're probably not going to like this stuff, but you'll
get better after the first
one. Oh, exactly. We'll figure it out here. I got to find some some music. Let's just do this here.
Yeah.
You're probably not gonna like this one though.
It's Nick and Terrell today on this Thursday, sunny day in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Ticket 93.7.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarin Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher, a professional realty group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see areas of patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, we'll see partly sunny skies. The rest of the day, we'll see a high around 84. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies are expected. A low around 64. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return with a high around 85. Meteorologist Kyle Pucker for 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket 93.7. I'm the Black Shirt, Terrell Farley. I'm with Nick, and Nick's going to be here a little while today, y'all. So y'all better get used to his voice for the next 7 hours. So
Not true, not 7.
well,
not
from 8 to 2, so that's 6. But,
Yep, there's 6 total in there, but that's all right.
Oh, that's pretty good, Nick. You're a hardworking young man.
I appreciate that, Terrell.
I know, you got a full life ahead of you, and, you just graduated from college. Now you just get to relax for a minute, enjoy life, man.
Work.
Yeah, work.
What it is.
Work, save your money, and move out.
There it is.
And get your own, and be your own man.
For sure.
That's life, man. Don't make stupid mistakes, and always keep God in your life, and
absolutely,
and have true friends, man. There's nothing like good friends, though. That's one thing I learned. It's always good to have some good guys on your team. You always have
keep
those.
It small.
Just keep it small, man.
Keep it small. All right, so
Yeah.
all Big Ten defense. Go ahead, Mr.
All right.
Linebacker.
Mr. Linebacker. The preseason defensive player of the year is Jarzine Newton from a defensive end from Illinois. Not really a big guy. He's not your standard Big Ten type of lineman, but he plays on a great defense.
Yeah,
So,
only 6'2", 280.
Yeah, 6'2",
And I say
280.
he's only 6'2". That's what I mean.
Yeah,
by that.
that's what I'm saying. Not really a big guy. Last year had 5.5 sacks and 14 tackles for loss, along with 61 tackles. That's pretty good for a defensive lineman. I mean, the sack total isn't the greatest, but he played on a great defense that will be even better this year. So that's Brett Venables over there in Illinois. I went to that game last year, and I was on the sideline, and I didn't think their defense was what they proved to be, because I seen sometimes we ran up and down the field on them, and we eventually we did score a couple of touchdowns on them, but they were tired, you know, and they were big guys, but you could tell they wasn't pushed to their limit like Nebraska took them to their limit for a little bit. But yeah.
Well, you remember, so Illinois, interestingly enough, they had a guy, Devon Witherspoon,
corner,
yeah,
went
who
first
was
round.
really good, 5th overall to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
Really good,
Yeah.
dude, really good guy, really good football player,
Shutdown corner.
shutdown guy on
Yeah.
one side of the field. So now they got to replace him, but it says, I mean, obviously with a guy like with Newton entering his senior year, I mean, he's going to be a guy that's Nebraska's going to have to worry about on October 6th when they play at Illinois and Champaign.
Yeah, so we're gonna read the rest of the team. So along the DN with Newton is D tackle Michael Hall from Ohio State, D tackle Chris Jenkins Sr. from Michigan, and another DN JT Tulamola.
It's close enough.
Junior. You had to say it 2 times because he's a junior now. But Ohio State. Abdul Carter, sophomore, Penn State. Tommy Eichenberg, Penn State. No, Ohio State. Luke Reimer.
There it is.
Nebraska. About time.
The lone Husker.
The lone Husker.
Yeah.
To get on the team. Now I like Luke Reimer. You know, I got just different opinions about him because, you know, I'm a linebacker myself.
Yeah.
And
all right, so let us know your opinions. What are your thoughts here?
I feel that Luke Reimer is your undisputed number 1 player on Nebraska defense. He's a good tackling machine. I think he can get better. I think he should have been better than what Coach Rude didn't do, but what Coach Rude should have did with him and Henrich last year, because they both started off kind of slow last year. Look both out of shape, you know, not hitting the gaps. And then comes what game was that? Was the Purdue game? Was that the game when Henrich Reimer had the interception, the tip ball in the air on the running back?
So he didn't play in the Purdue game last year.
That was Henrich.
Henrich.
Okay, he played great. Yeah. But the thing about Luke Reimer is that he's the leader of this defense right now. You know, he has to get the other guys ready. I think he's a great middle linebacker. You know, I think that he can get. Only thing he can do is get better. You know.
So I mean, Luke Reimer, obviously a guy from Lincoln Southeast, so there's that Lincoln connection as well that fans kind of rally around. Didn't play in every single game last year, missed the Purdue game, missed the Iowa game as well. With Nebraska's linebacker core, just the last 2 years has kind of been banged up with Henrich and Reimer throughout the last couple of years. But still racked up 86 total tackles in 2022. So, I mean, as he's the lone Husker on this defensive all Big Ten team preseason wise. Who do you see anybody else at the end of the year? We go, all right, he stepped up to the occasion.
Probably the one from Georgia. What's his name?
MJ Sherman.
MJ Sherman. I think MJ Sherman is going to be a great impact to this defense. And like I said, we're going to talk linebackers probably a little bit later, but I think he's the player to watch along with the other guy from A&M. I want to see what he
Elijah
does.
Judy.
Elijah Judy.
Yeah.
You know, I think we need to really get pressure on a lot of quarterbacks this year. And that's the good thing about this 3-3-5 is that it's more of a blitzing defense. So you can blitz, drop back, you know, you fool them with your kind of the scheme you're running, and looks like a 3-man front, might end up being a 4 or 5-man rush. So it could be different things you can run out of it, but we have the players for it. You know, like I said, we have Reimer. I don't know why I keep saying Nick Henrich.
That's right.
But I think Reimer is the undisputed captain for that defense. And for him to be a linebacker, he needs to grasp it and take it and run with it, because he needs to be the true leader out there. He needs to rally his troops when it's time to rally them. He needs to be the outspoken one. He needs to be the golden one on that defense, because you only get one player that can do that. And he's the chosen one to do it because he's the linebacker.
I mean, you just we can finish off this list. I'll go ahead and finish off this list.
But then we have cornerback Denzel Burks from Ohio State, safety Cam Allen from Purdue, safety Ron Moore from Michigan, and Cooper DeJohn Jr. from Iowa.
Yeah. I mean, you look up and down these lists, not so much on the defense, but especially on the offensive side, it's a lot of the same teams.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And that's where it's like when you look at potential Nebraska opportunities here, I guess, in 2023, not to say that they are in a good position to win the Big Ten West, not saying that we need to even worry about as a Husker fan to compete for the Big Ten West, right? Win a Big Ten title game in Matt Rule's first year. You look at a lot of these teams, Terrell, and it's a lot of Big Ten East division flavor. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. You don't necessarily see, obviously, Braylon Allen is on there for Wisconsin. Obviously, a couple offensive linemen on there for the Badgers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa has one player in one defensive back. Minnesota has one player, and it's their tight end, Devin Spanford. Illinois has one player, and it's the defensive end. Purdue has one player, and it's Cam Allen. Not a single Northwestern Wildcat. Only one Nebraska player. There's a lot of Big Ten East flavor on here that features between Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan, and it tells you maybe not. I don't want to use the word uneven, but unbalanced.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, Iowa has 3 really because they have place kicker Drew Stevens.
Okay, yes, on specialists.
Punter Torrey Taylor. Indiana has one with a kick returner, Jalen Lucas, and Illinois has another one with Isaiah Williams.
Yeah, also known as Juice Williams.
Yeah. So it's kind of sad that the West is they feel like the West is that weak, of a conference. I mean, is that the reason why we're dropping and just going into the one big conference?
Well, I think it certainly makes things interesting. I've said this, like Nebraska, I'm worried that we're all going to look back after conference realignment happens for a few years and it's going to be, man, I really wish Nebraska could have gotten the Big Ten West a couple more times.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to be there anymore.
Yeah.
There could be a year. I mean, we've already seen Nebraska's 2025 conference opponents, and it's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
And like this year, for example, in the last year of divisions for the Big Ten Conference,
it's just do or die.
Well, it's basically do or die because guess what? This is the last year that you don't have to play Michigan or Ohio State, or excuse me, you don't have to play Ohio State and Penn State. You don't have to play a crossover against, frankly, the other division that's a lot more talented than you guys. You still get the Northwestern every year. You still got the Illinois, the Purdue, and I can't even say Illinois for that matter, because they're saying the same thing about you. The Purdues are saying, man, this is the last year that we get Nebraska every single season. And how sad is that to hear?
Well,
it's disappointing.
Well, it's good for fans because now
it's great for fans.
Now we get to go to UCLA. Now we get to go to the USC in their stadium, something that some people probably never did. And that's a good thing for the fans. But for players, you know, now it's grind time. So, because you got to go out there and play on that time change. And, it's good for college football. Like I said, I'm more of a fan now than a player or coach or anything.
Yeah.
I just like to watch college football.
Well, it's definitely going to make games even that more enjoyable to watch. Obviously, because it's going to be more common to have a Ohio State USC game than it had been. Where because now, or the last X amount of years, it's been all right. Ohio State and USC schedule a home and home series, just similar to Nebraska and Oklahoma, for 2025, 2026, which was at that time 8, 9, 10 years down the road. So you hear about it, but you just don't get to play it for a substantial amount of time. Now it's going to be all right. Next season, who does Ohio State have? Oh, they got USC, and obviously they have Michigan. Who does Nebraska have? Oh, they have to go to USC, but UCLA comes to Lincoln. So it's going to provide this variety and just new look, I think, obviously for Husker fans and for college football fans, because it's going to give you matchups that maybe aren't as popular or aren't as traditional.
Yeah.
As we're used to seeing. So.
Well, I would love to play USC on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
up there.
Well, yeah, because the warmer weather.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can convince Nebraska fans to get rid of Iowa on Black Friday though.
Oh man, we don't care about that. Let's go to USC.
Rather play USC?
Yeah, I'd rather play USC.
It'd be much more of a traditional game.
Yeah, I would.
When you talk
no,
about two
I would,
traditional
I
brands.
would rather go to USC every Black Friday and play in the sun
Yeah.
than be here and it might be 13 degrees.
You're probably right. You're absolutely right.
Who knows?
You're absolutely right. So you don't like that, do you?
You go ahead. You take it out on that one.
There you
All
go.
right.
We'll just do this one. I'll let you take it out. It's
All
your
right.
show.
No, it's the Captain Show. The Ticket, 93.7.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket, 93.7 on the Black Shirt. Terrell Farley, and I'm with
Nick.
All right. So now, Nick, I'm going to let you go over this little top.
All right.
They got the top 30 players from the Big Ten. So we're going to start this segment off reading about these top 30 players, and they're going to go from 30 all the way down to 1.
Yeah, and we were looking during the commercial break. There's a couple interesting names in specific spots.
Yeah.
That kind of shocking to us.
Yeah, it's real shocking.
As always, you guys can chime into the show, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951 if you want to watch us on your television. Okay, so let's get rolling here with the top 30 Big Ten players here in the 2023 preseason. Number 30, first coming in, Jacoby Widman at Michigan State. Number 29, Nick Jackson from Iowa. And at 28, we have Nebraska flavor and Luke Reimer.
Yeah, Luke.
Are we surprised that there's not more Nebraska players?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I really thought probably Anthony Grant probably can hit in the top 30 of players. Oh, man, I would probably think they would try to squeeze Jeff Sims in there.
Well,
based off Georgia Tech play, but we get no love from anybody these days. Not even on all conference. Nebraska used to run all conference. We used to have at least 2-3 on the All-American team every year. So that's just on offense, and have 2 on defense. But that's not what I'm saying. We gotta. Somehow we got to get our name back out there good and stop being the laughing stock of football and be the real kings of it again.
That's what's interesting is, I guess, the more after I asked that question, I was thinking, okay, I was trying to go through position by position and go, all right, who could be on this list? And I don't know if he's top 30 in the Big Ten, but like Malcolm Hartzog.
Yeah.
Surprised to not see him on a first or second team for that matter. We only went over the first team. But if you look online at second team, he's not even on the second teams for the Big Ten. I mean, but I guess otherwise, like offensive, Casey's gone, and he was here last year, so he was gone. Trey Palmer, obviously, if he would have returned, he would be on this list, and he'd be pretty high on this list, I would
Probably
assume.
top 5.
Yep. And outside of that, you had a streaky Alante Brown, and you have Marcus Washington. Anthony Grant, if they're taking just strictly his non-conference games where he rushed for over 100 yards and didn't get tackled in the backfield once against non-conference opponents, then yeah. But unfortunately, once conference play started, the talent that he was facing and Nebraska was facing was a lot more, it was a lot better in general. So either way, so Luke Reimer, the lone Husker on this top 30 list. But 27, a lot of these names are going to be similar to the ones on the first teams. Tommy Eichenberg from Ohio State. And then number 26, Travion Henderson, a running back from Ohio State. Henderson, originally the number 1 prospect out of the state of Virginia, coming out of high school. And then at 25, it's Tua's little brother, Talia Tungavailoa at Maryland.
TT.
Yeah. No longer has Raheem Jarrett, who's the wide receiver. He was a 5-star, went to Maryland, and he's graduated. He's moved on, so they no longer have Raheem Jarrett. But you pointed this out. Down at 20, Kyle McCord, a quarterback at Ohio State, where Ohio State going through a little bit of a transition to where they move on from C.J. Stroud, and now they're going to have to decide if they want Kyle McCord, if they want, I believe his name is Devin Banks, who's another backup quarterback at Ohio State. But Kyle McCord comes at number 20 in the overall top 30 players in the Big Ten.
That's kind of strange because now you're putting a guy in front of TT Tualoga, who I watched play a little bit last year. He's a tough guy, tough just like his brother. I watched a game where he got knocked down over and over and over and over, and he still ended up, just being a beast out there. But I don't understand how you could put a guy in front of him that really hasn't even played a down yet, besides a backup role last year. And it's kind of funny how you would go from 25 to 20 with a non-starter from last year.
Yeah, well, and just in the top 30 in general. I mean, because I think, is that speaking – I mean, we discussed it yesterday in the first segment, the depth of running backs in the Big Ten Conference. Is there a lack of depth in quarterbacks? Because, I mean, if you think about some of the quarterbacks, obviously J.J. McCarthy's up there. But after that, you go through and it's Cade McNamara at Iowa that you really don't know much about. Tanner Mordecai, the SMU transfer at Wisconsin. Jeff Sims at Nebraska that's had turnover issues, unfortunately. Tanner Morgan's no longer at Minnesota. They're now installing Kaliak Manis full-time. Northwestern got a backup a transfer quarterback in Ben Bryant. Purdue got a Texas transfer in Hudson Card. There's a lot of new faces under center in the Big Ten, and that's just the Big Ten West teams. You can go through Drew Aller at Penn State. You can go through Kyle McCord, obviously, at Ohio State. Peyton Thorne transferred out of Michigan State. You can go through a lot of these teams and say, you don't know about their quarterback. You don't know what they're going to do at quarterback.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, because here's the thing about Ohio State, that they probably will have a starter for 2 years, and then they bolt to the NFL. So they're known for sitting guys down for their freshman year, you know, and by that time, this is the thing, like Michigan quarterback. He's a junior this year. This would be a perfect time for a top 5 quarterback to sign with Michigan, because you don't know if he's leaving or staying, what kind of year he's going to have. But, if you're still a freshman, that gives you the opportunity to have 2 years of starting when you come in. And then if you wanted to have that third year, you just don't go to the NFL. See, that's the thing with Ohio State quarterback last year. What was his name?
C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud. Didn't he go early?
Yeah.
So, he played 2 years. Before that, he played 1 year.
C.J. Stroud was a starter for 2, I believe.
Because you had the quarterback for Chicago. What's his name?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Who transferred in from Georgia. Before Justin Fields, was it Dwayne Haskins?
Yeah.
Before Dwayne Haskins, it was J.T. Barrett.
Yep.
Before that, it was Cardale Jones in the national championship game. I mean, going all the way back to Braxton Miller at times.
All 2 years. Every quarterback stays 2 years, leave. Play 2 years, leave. Play 2 years, leave. So that's the thing about the quarterbacks. But this guy right here, he's a junior, so he's going to have to stay 2 years. Unless he's going to be a one-hit wonder, a one-year wonder, and we never know what kind of quarterback we're going to get until they hit the field. So he has good targets to throw to, but hey.
Oh,
That's who's going to make them.
Well,
Them
that's
two
the
right
thing.
there.
That's the
Yeah.
thing about it. You have all the surrounding cast at Ohio State with we talked about Marvin Harrison Jr., Emeka Ibuka, Travion Henderson in the backfield, Mayan Williams in the backfield, and then a couple big guys up front. Kyle McCord, just to kind of provide more context here. Kyle McCord, 6'3", 215-pounder from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Last year, and remember, Kyle McCord, if you're just joining us, ranked 20th in the top 30 Big Ten players in the preseason list. 190 passing yards and a touchdown in 2022. That's all he had. In his
what now?
He had 190 yards passing and 1 touchdown. That was it. In 2022. In 2021, he had 416 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in 2021. So he has thrown in college, just quick math here. He has thrown, 58. He's thrown 58 passes total in his entire college career and completed 41 of them. So he's 41 for 58 for about 606 yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks in his college career. That's just quick math. So unfortunately, here they are putting him at number 20. I don't know. It just seems kind of crazy. There's a Ohio State brand there, obviously.
Yeah.
Big Ten loves Ohio State.
Yeah.
But you brought up JJ McCarthy from Michigan. Do you remember how they basically weaned Cade McNamara out of that job last year?
It was nasty.
How it was first game of the year, Jim Harbaugh comes out prior to the start of the season and says, all right, Cade's going to get the start week 1. JJ's getting the start week 2. No matter how good or bad Cade McNamara plays on week 1, JJ McCarthy's playing week 2.
Yeah.
And so they did that, and JJ McCarthy balled out. I believe it was against UConn or Hawaii, because I think Michigan played both those teams last year. And Michigan dominated, and everybody said, all right, it's time for JJ McCarthy. Cade McNamara enters the portal and eventually goes to Iowa. And so just kind of a crazy breakdown there. But we are up against the bottom of the hour here, Terrell. So go ahead. Let me get the music here. Let me find something for you. There we go. This will be all right. A little bit of goosebumps.
Right.
A little bit of goosebumps for you.
All right. The fastest 2 hours on radio, The Ticket, 93.7.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher, a professional realty group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. It's the black shirt and Nick, baby. Yeah.
I don't know how you make that. I don't know how you make that sound.
It's the black shirt and Nick.
Yeah, that one. I don't know how you do it. I'm not even gonna try.
Welcome back to The Ticket. 93.7 on the black shirt, Terrell Farley. And I'm with Nick.
I thought you were gonna have me say it.
Sometimes I fool you with it.
You got me. I even opened my mouth ready to say Nick. And you just didn't even give it to me.
But I didn't say with.
That's true. Okay,
See,
Nick.
I just got you with the plain and simple. I'm with. Yeah. So we're gonna read the rest of these off real quick, and then we're gonna hop on a little something else.
Just some of the notable names on this list. Once again, we're going through the top 30 preseason Big Ten players. The shocking one so far in the first 10, in between 20 and 30, is that Kyle McCord, a guy that has only thrown 58 passes his entire college career throughout 3 seasons with the Buckeyes as a backup, comes in at number 20, ahead of a guy in Talia Tagovailoa, who has obviously played significant time for Maryland and been a pretty good quarterback for the Terps and head coach Mike Locksley, for what it's worth. But going forward here, obviously mentioned Nicholas Singleton, a running back from Penn State. I mentioned earlier that they got the addition of Trey Potts, the Minnesota running back. So there's a little bit of a two-headed horse in the backfield for the Nittany Lions. In a weird situation, I guess. Okay, let's branch off and talk about Penn State here real quick, Terrell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But James Franklin's been there for I think close to 8 years, which has been it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it's kind of gone quickly. And yet they have one Big Ten title to show for it. I mean, I'm not asking, is this the time that you move on from James Franklin? But it's one of those things where it's like, it's got to get going. Like, you got to start really getting yourself and putting yourself in a position to win a conference title, because right now they're just chasing Ohio State and Michigan, and it's felt like they just haven't been able to gain much ground.
Well, it's been like that for years with Penn State. Even when Joe Pa was there, they always been second fiddle to Michigan and Penn State. I mean, Michigan and Ohio State, and so is James Franklin. You know, he has a decent, probably 10 average 10 wins
exactly
a season. But you know what other job is there out there that he can succeed at besides Penn State if it was to open? I think Penn State should be comfortable with him. They should, you got the third best coach in the Big Ten, probably one of the top 10 coaches in the nation. But you don't want to run him out because he can't beat the Big Two. You know, he's winning 10 games, and that's hard to say with other teams going 4-6 and 5-7. I mean, 10 games. You know, if you average that every year, I mean, you should be comfortable with your job. I know Penn State is not going to try to rush him out. I mean, I know that he probably can squeak a win out of either Michigan or Ohio State, either one year or every other year. But, you know, right now, Michigan and Ohio State is just the top two teams, and Penn State is a good third team in the Big Ten.
So James Franklin's won 68% of his games at Penn State. He's entering his 10th year, so I even undershot him a little bit. Entering his 10th year after an 11-2 season in 2022. But he got to Penn State in 2014 after 3 years with the Vanderbilt Commodores. And he's had in his 9 years, he's had 5 11-win seasons. In his 9 seasons with Penn State, 5 of them have been 11 wins.
Yeah.
Which is real successful.
Yeah.
But only one Big Ten title.
Well, you know what the old saying is, Nick. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So,
Amen.
you know, you got to leave it like that. You got to let this guy do his job. You know, he's getting the best of the best of what he can get, and he's doing the best job he can. I mean, right now, 11-2, 11-win season, you know, you can't ask for nothing better in college football. It's just so bad that the other top 2 teams are the teams that play in the national championship every year.
Well, and that are in their division.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Because you would feel better about Penn State if they were in the Big Ten West.
Yeah.
They would have been winning it every single year that they have 11 wins.
So here's the question. What if you say that, you know, Franklin need to do something? What if when USC and UCLA come in there, he beats those teams every year, and he still can't beat Michigan, Ohio State? Like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, it should be happy. I mean, as long as he's not going to where like Alabama or, I think if any job was to open up, he probably would say Notre Dame.
Well, and that's what I was just thinking, because like obviously when we're talking about James Franklin, where would he want to go? That's, I don't want to say a step up, but not a lateral job from Penn State. And I'm thinking like, all right, Alabama, they're not going to worry about their job for a couple more years, obviously. And there's no place like that. Like Clemson's not going to open up anytime soon. And even if they did, I don't know if they would go with James Franklin. Ohio State probably won't open up anytime soon. Same with Michigan.
If anything, it'd be Heartline.
Exactly.
Job to lose.
You're exactly right. And so it would be a lateral move. And then at that point, it's like, are you just doing it because it's stale at your current place? You know, because some guys just after some amount of time, they just need a new place. They just need new scenery.
How about Florida State? Probably.
Hey, well, you have to think Deion.
Yeah.
Right. Deion's got to have, but then that opens up Colorado, and there's no way that, because you have to also worry about conference realignment.
Yeah.
And is the Pac-12 going to stay afloat in 6 years or in 5 years? Because you don't want to move to a lateral job and it be in the ACC or the Pac-12, and then, oh no, in 5 years, you're left out.
Yeah, I don't see another school he can go to that is going to offer him a better job than Penn State right now, besides the top teams in the nation.
And I want to make this clear. Like, I'm not saying fire James Franklin. Absolutely not.
No.
Gosh, no. But it's just a funky situation because you have a coach who's won.
Don't say that, Nick. Matt Rule's might leave.
I know. That's what Texans are saying. Texans are like, are you trying to tempt Matt Rule to leave? Well, if that's the case, then Matt Rule is going to be the one probably paying Nebraska, or Penn State is. But anyway, what's funny is like it's just a weird situation that you don't see a whole lot, where in the Big Ten, a team has 11 wins, 5 of their 9 seasons with a coach, and they have nothing, they have no hardware to show for it.
Well, it's like It's like probably with Bobby Bowden, how his
Mm-hmm.
career was, and it took them so long to win it, and probably he only won one then in '93.
Yeah.
So I mean, if James Franklin is young enough where he can wait a couple more years to probably snag him a national championship, but longer this it's not affecting his coaching.
Yeah. And so I don't know. So somebody brings up Augie on the text line. Once again, 402-464-5685. Augie brings up Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah. I
Right.
mean, I can see him there.
Yeah. You want to talk about buyouts?
Yeah.
Have you heard the figures on the buyouts for every year if they fire Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M?
What's the buyout now?
So this in 2023, the buyout is $76.8 million. And just to put things into perspective, Nebraska fans, and rightfully so, were concerned with a $15 million buyout.
Yeah.
Okay, with Scott Frost.
78.
Yeah, $15 million buyout Nebraska fans were concerned with. If Texas A&M fires Jimbo this year, $76.8 million. And it somewhat drops and decreases every year.
What, 10 million every year?
Not even. About $9 million every year.
Yeah, because he signed that 10-year deal.
About $9 million every year. So once again, Nebraska fans were kind of worried about the $15 million buyout, and Texas A&M won't get until $19 million buyout until 2029. In 2029, if they fire Jimbo Fisher, they owe him $19.8 million.
I don't think he has that long for them to wait. I
agree.
I think this is probably do or die for Jimbo. I just think that he just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't see how he can get all those great 5 stars every year, and then they get on the field and they just take a big crap in the field. And it's maybe he just need better coaching or start somewhere else different.
Well, it's like also, it's not that Texas A&M doesn't have fan support. They have a cool field, Kyle Field, that they have the home of the 12th man or whatever it is, and things like that. You have the fan support down there. And as you mentioned, the recruiting hotbed, Texas A&M, just while we're on it for a moment, they have a tough schedule this year as well. They have to travel to Miami in the second week of the year. They play Auburn, and they play a neutral site game against Arkansas. They host Alabama. They travel to Tennessee. They travel to Ole Miss, and they travel to LSU.
No Georgia?
No Georgia. Just Abilene Christian in week 13.
To smooth off the other butt whoopings they get.
Yeah, exactly. Just Abilene Christian in week 13 at home at 11 a.m. But, I mean, you want to go through it. I mean, you don't know what to expect from Miami every year, I guess.
Yeah, they're up and down.
But
too.
Arkansas certainly isn't a cakewalk.
Yeah.
They are not a cakewalk after what they have been. KJ Jefferson, I believe, is returning to Arkansas. That's
quarterback.
That's their quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a big dude, but he can run.
Because the other one ended up going to Texas State, didn't it?
That's right. Yep. Yeah, Malik Hornsby.
Yeah.
Malik Hornsby ended up going
and
to Texas State.
And the thing about Arkansas is that their head coach was the offensive line coach at the University of Georgia.
Really?
Yeah. So people always talk about
Sam Pittman. Yes, at Arkansas. I thought Texas A&M for a moment. Yep.
He doesn't have a lot of experience. He doesn't have this. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you get the right people around you. And
they went and took an offensive line coach and made him a head coach.
Yes.
But that's what a place like Arkansas needed to do. They weren't going to get a guy that's maybe a top offensive coordinator or so they went out and they're like, you know what? Let's look at the offensive line coach. And they did it from a Georgia team that had a group up front, and here they are. They're a bowl team. They are doing well for Arkansas standards.
Yeah. After who was that? That was there. What's from Illinois?
Brett Bielema.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, man. You forget Brett Bielema's career has kind of been rewritten now. Because everybody looks at him like, all right, yeah, he's got a really good place at Illinois now in Champaign, where, yeah, he's comfortable there, and he just needs to get to bowl games, and that'll suffice Illinois standards and expectations. And Brett Bielema is going to be able to do that, and it also is in the Big Ten Conference where you can just ground and pound. That's all you got to do. So, Ron says, now you really did it. Franklin to Northwestern, Rule to Penn State, and Leipold to Nebraska. Are you happy now? No. I hope Matt Rule is here for all 9 years.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't. You think so?
I hope he is, because that means Nebraska's doing well.
Yeah.
Or even if he is taken away from Nebraska, and I highlight taken away from Nebraska after 6 years, after 7 years, that'll also be a good thing, because that means Nebraska's winning. And that means Nebraska's program has been winning enough to where another Power 5 team that's better than Nebraska wants Matt Rule.
Yeah. Well,
nobody's out there calling for Scott Frost right now.
Yeah, he's been out there.
Why? Because Nebraska was not good.
Yeah.
Nobody's calling for Mike Riley. Well, Mike Riley's coaching the USFL. But.
Yeah, at least he's coaching.
Yeah,
you know.
hey.
And he won it in the US. He won it the year before.
He won the
championship.
He won it again
this year?
He won the championship. I believe there was just the 1 year. Yes,
Yeah.
just one championship.
Okay. So, hey, it's better than winning and losing.
Hey, absolutely.
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray! Hey, we're going to the Kendrick Lamar concert too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Mike Riley always did. I will never forget that. It was shortly after Mike Riley got hired and Kendrick Lamar came to Lincoln, and he was like, "Here we go, boys, enjoy it." And then a picture with Chance the Rapper and Mike Riley surfaced, and it was like Mike Riley is this young dude just trapped in an old man's body. But then it ended up not being the case either.
Yeah,
so.
he's just an old man.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and let's head to break here.
All right. You take it out, Nate.
All right. It's the Captain Show. No Vershawn today, but Terrell Farley and Nick Sainert hanging out with you guys here on the Captain. We have about 35 minutes left of the show or so. So we're going to continue to take your phone calls, your texts, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, Starter Heyman text line. We'll be right back. It's the Captain with Terrell and myself, Nick Sainert, right here, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and Coppell's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Coppell. Also, we're ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM-certified units ready to roll, so stop on by the dealership or online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Koppel's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Koppel. Also, we're ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM-certified units ready to roll, so stop on by the dealership or online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Great Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
And 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 10. Break it down. Do-do-do, do-do-do. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And up. Yeah. I don't have my workout crew.
How about
today.
that? That was good.
Yeah, I don't have a workout crew.
No. You do not have a workout crew. All right, so Terrell, we got a phone call to kick things off here in this segment. Let's head to the Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685. And we're joined by Matthew in Hickman. Matthew, man, always good to hear from you. Oh, I got to turn that down. Always good to hear from you. And what's on your mind? Appreciate you being patient.
Hey, fellas, appreciate everything you guys do for the community. I want to pick the black shirts mind real quick, man, if I can. It's everything that we know that happened, and I don't want to backtrack, and we're going to speak in hypothetical. I know that's not normal, but it's radio, right? So let's make some radio conversation. Hypothetically, let's say Adrian gets the starting job, earns the starting job down in Detroit. He's a starting quarterback in, let's say, 4 years from now for the Lions. Knowing what we know about his time at Nebraska, how that went, knowing what we know about his time in Kansas State and how that went, let's say everything goes positive for Adrian. What does that say about how we did Adrian here in Nebraska? How the previous regime, played it out, or the coaching that he received? Because, coming out of high school, man, I remember sitting there watching his Instagram live, as he was still a senior in high school, and he was going to be, he was going to be the next best thing here at Nebraska. And, there was Heisman talk for a season, and then it just fell short. And I have my opinions, but I'd like to know from the black shirt, man, and you too, Nick, your guys' opinions on the matter. And I appreciate everything you guys do. Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate it, Matthew.
Well, that's a good question right there, because when I watched Adrian play a lot, it was like watching Jekyll and Hyde, because you didn't know what you was going to get. Every time we watched him here at Nebraska, it just seemed like bad luck after bad luck. Played with a broken jaw sometimes, fumbled a lot, threw a crucial interception at times. But when he got into a better situation at K-State, he looked rejuvenated. He looked like a better quarterback. I mean, I know it's better. It's not a better program than ours, but they coach a little bit better, and he had better teammates around him. I could tell you from that point, from watching K-State last year, he had a great running support to help him, and Deuce Vaughn, and a lot of things can happen when he goes to the NFL. It could be like Brock Purdy. Things go bad with quarterbacks and get hurt, and if he goes out and shows them, and he can do these things on a high level, it's just all about him getting a good quarterback coach to work with and trying to make himself better. There's nothing wrong with Adrian football wise. It's just, it's just the NFL. You get paid now, and you can't make those mistakes, and he's gonna have to learn on the fly, or it's great to sit back for 4 years and get paid and wait and learn, and if that's what his plan is to do, then that's a great plan he got.
I also think part of it, in addition, is that just like we talked about, sometimes you just need a fresh start as a coach. I think same maybe goes true for players, and you can come back with they need to hold out their commitment. I understand that there's that side of things, but also sometimes when you're in a not so great situation and you have the opportunity to go to a better situation, you can't fault anybody for wanting to go to that better situation, whatever it means. There was a much better offensive line there at Kansas State, as you mentioned. He had a better guy. He had a more established running back in the backfield right next to him, and I think there was a lot less pressure.
Yeah,
just overall, there was a lot less pressure at Kansas State rather than at Nebraska, and I just think. I guess to answer Matthew's question specifically of hypothetically speaking, if he was to go on and be the starter, or even just have a successful NFL tenure as a backup even. I think it's going to solidify what maybe we just realized was that these last 5 years have been some of the worst development that's happened at Nebraska.
Yeah.
I think that's what it solidifies. I think that's what it tells us. That there in some spots there were some really good people in that building the last few years. There also weren't some very good coaches in that building as well. And both things.
And you have to ask the question: did Scott develop the players or develop the better golf game?
Well, and that's obviously other things, but I just think I also don't think it just stops with Scott Frost. I think obviously part of it's Mario Verduzco,
the quarterback coach,
offensive coordinators. And Nebraska has been through 4 offensive coordinators in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and you know what's funny though? How could you, what do you tell a 4-year starter that?
Yeah,
they have to go somewhere. I mean, how do you put that and tell that guy that was Scott forced to do that or did he have? I don't,
and that's things we'll just never know, unfortunately. But I think
because I would rather with the way that Casey got hurt, I would rather have Adrian Martinez than the last year and then Casey because, if we'd have had Trey Palmer, obviously Martinez can throw the ball, and running would have helped us a bit because it's time when Casey can run. He should have ran and we didn't get any progress.
You're also, as a quarterback at Nebraska, the last 4 years, you've been sacked as much as anybody in the country.
Yeah.
Right. You've been pressured as often as anybody in the country. And once again, the numbers and statistics will back that up. When was the last time I continue to ask this question and there's never really a true answer to it. But it just makes you kind of wonder a little bit. When was the last time that Nebraska's offense didn't need a mobile quarterback?
Yeah.
Didn't need it. And when you don't need a mobile quarterback, it's you have an offensive line that is successful in the conference and the type of talent that you're playing against. And you also have the skill positions around you to where you don't need to rely on your quarterback to run the ball for you to stay in a game.
Yeah.
And it's been a very long time because you think about the 1 year ever since, this goes back to Bo Pelini even. The 1 year that Nebraska didn't have a running quarterback was Tanner Lee. And that was the year Mike Riley got fired.
Yeah.
And so Joe Gans would be the last one, but Joe Gans could use his feet.
Did Tommy Armstrong run?
Tommy Armstrong ran.
Yeah.
Because he got taken away in an ambulance in Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Because of his legs.
But here's the funny thing. Now you got Jeff Sims. We have Jeff Sims.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you get them to the RPO or however you say we're going to run the offense. We don't even know yet. So, I'll be glad when you start going back to practice. So that's coming up though, ain't it?
Yeah, August 1st is the first day of fall camp.
Yeah. So here's my thing though, but you get a guy like Jeff Sims, and now you're putting your lineman in a position where they got to block for him because they know he's going to run a lot.
Yeah.
So okay, for 2 years he here. Then after that, now let's just say if the new guy come in, we sign him this year, Kalen.
Yeah, Daniel Kalen.
Now he's really a pro style quarterback. So he's a drop back.
Has a great arm.
How do you switch your lineman back to the pass mode, or do you?
Well, that's the thing. I think. Well, in addition to when you have a running quarterback, and correct me if I'm wrong, Farley. Obviously, you got to have your skill positions that can block.
Yeah.
You got to have wide receivers that can block and running backs that can pick up pass protection and guys and frankly they just haven't unfortunately had that. They haven't had it consistently to where, I'm saying inconsistently, you can even go on a small scale week in and week out. It's not even season to season at this point. It's consistent play and just solid fundamental football on a week to week basis. And that's just what's been so disappointing, unfortunately, is that you just, they've needed as a program. And I understand that nowadays in college football, having a quarterback run is an element of the game. And it's a great weapon to have. But I'm saying through Adrian and through Casey, let's just do the two most recent, through Adrian and through Casey Thompson, they've had to use their legs more, I feel like, to get out of pressure because the pockets collapsed in less than 3 seconds, and that they're having to make these acrobatic attempts to make a throw.
Yeah.
And so it's a little frustrating at times, but I just feel like it's been a very long time since Nebraska's had week to week fundamental football.
Yeah. So hopefully we get that this year. And
Yeah.
I know that Coach Rule is going to be working hard on it, and it's just a lot of things Nebraska got to cover in the next 4 weeks, before the first game of the season.
No, and I agreed with you, Mississippi Mud Dog. Joe Gans would be 2008. No, I agreed with you, which is crazy to think about. That would 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Outside the 1 year of Tanner Lee.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, so here's a thought. We definitely want to dip into this NIL stuff.
Yeah.
In order to allow us to have a full conversation, I think we should take a break.
All right.
And then we come back. We have a little bit of a longer final segment.
Okay.
And we talk
Sounds
about NIL.
good to me, Nick.
All right, cool.
Take us out, Nick.
All right, you're listening to the Captain Show. Make sure you stick around. We're going to talk NIL a little bit here, as Drake May was one of a couple athletes that have signed some pretty hefty NIL deals with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We tell you about it on the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the Captain's Show, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Terrell stepped out for just a moment. He'll be back in just a quick second here. Really good show so far. Really quick moving, fast-paced show as Terrell is back in the building. There he is.
Here I go. I'm
There he
sorry,
is.
y'all.
Oh, it's all
Welcome
good.
back. Welcome back to The Ticket, 93.7. The Captain Show. We're powered by Bauer.
Anyway, it's a quick moving show. It's been a good show so far. Went through a couple lists, went through some Penn State news, which is random, but I guess we decided to do it. And here we are with a little bit of NIL stuff.
Yeah, not a bad day, man.
Not a bad day. Can't complain.
Nothing bad about today. I can get off in a couple of minutes and go get me a couple of games of COD in and start my nightly night. It's like 10 o'clock at night for me right now.
I was gonna say, what time do you usually go to bed in the afternoon?
At least by 3.
Wow. You like that life?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. But I have to do it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like being up all night. Yeah. I have to take a 5-hour energy drink every night and then drink that with a Red Bull. So,
Surprised your heart doesn't stop.
Well,
or beat out of your chest, whichever one.
Nah, I'm okay. But it's worth it though.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So there was an exclusive NIL deal made by Dwayne The Rock Johnson over the last couple of days. He made a new energy drink called Zoa, and he has partnered with seven athletes, pretty high named athletes, well-known athletes, that to basically, obviously advertise this energy drink as an NIL athlete. And those seven are, a couple of them are Drake May, the University of North Carolina quarterback, Brock Bowers, probably one of the best tight ends in the country. We already talked about Marvin Harrison Jr. earlier, and Angel Reese, who is probably the face of women's college basketball. Angel Reese, after LSU wins their national championship last year. There is, they don't, what was I going to say? They don't advertise how much money they're getting paid, but I'm sure it's pretty hefty.
Yeah, to be in this group he's with Brock Bowers and Angela Reese and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
To be the first four of those players to get a deal with that, it has to be some good money.
Just a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah.
He is draft eligible after this year. He's going to probably be as long as he stays healthy, knock on wood and all that, Drake May will be a top 5-6 pick in the NFL draft.
Started off pretty good last year.
Yeah.
I think they was kind of ranked pretty good, but then I really like Mac Brown though.
Okay.
I can honestly say that, even though he was the coach at Texas, but I can honestly say he's a great college football coach. You can't take any away from one of the pioneers of college football, because he's one of the last of the dying breeds. He's up there in age, and he's been coaching well since '96. We played Texas, and he was the coach then. So, he's one of the last breeds of that decade back there. But he got a great quarterback, great team. I was wondering, how did The Rock get that name for that?
I don't know. Zoa?
Do you got a picture of it? I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I can try to find it here for you.
I would be one of those persons to help out. If you buy something, buy one of those Zaz, it goes to the students.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Oh man, I'm not shopping on Amazon.
A 12-pack costs $30.
That's okay, Rob.
Yeah, I'm good.
You bumped your head.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah,
you okay? Anyway, so Drake May, though, you were talking about it. So North Carolina started the season 9-1 last year. They started the season 9-1 last year. Their only loss in their first 10 games was to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
They lost 45-32 at home. What's crazy, so they lost their last 4 games. They obviously played in the ACC championship, but they lost to Georgia Tech on November 19th and lost to NC State on the 25th in double overtime. In the ACC championship game, they lost 39-10 and then lost in the Holiday Bowl 28-27 to Oregon. So they finished 9-5 last year after starting the season 9-1. Just a tough way to end the year. Drake May, though, we mentioned it, 4,321 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
Yeah, I know one of the guys that got drafted from North Carolina, the receiver. He was the little short Downs guy.
Was it Switzer?
Downs.
Josh Downs.
Yeah, I know his dad.
Oh,
and
really?
Stuff. So yeah,
nice.
He's from Columbus, Georgia. His dad is, but they're up there on the other side of Atlanta, where they went to high school at. But just to have a quarterback throw for that many yards in college, that's a lot.
Well, I'll ask you, do you know where the offensive coordinator that was at North Carolina is currently? He left North Carolina to join a new coach, or a coach at a new institution, I should say.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Phil Longo went from North Carolina to Wisconsin.
That's good. I mean,
and he has now Tanner Mordecai is the quarterback at Wisconsin, has over 3,500 passing yards each of his last 2 years.
And the thing about, I'm gonna go off track now, but I'm kind of fearful of not North Carolina, but Wisconsin, because they're so quiet about everything they're doing. I agree. We haven't heard a word, and Fickle's doing a good job of not putting himself out there and being the face of college football or anything else, but he's just being quiet and staying in his place. They might be the giant. I
Maybe,
would say.
especially with Braylon Allen.
Yeah.
And they also, nobody mentions his name, Ches Malusi, their backup running back, who was a transfer 3 years ago now at this time from Clemson.
Ooh.
So it's just, Wisconsin's, I wasn't as concerned about Wisconsin up until these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they've been too quiet.
And they're getting some names on the recruiting trail and stuff. Tanner Mordecai, like I said, 72 career passing touchdowns, has played at Oklahoma, SMU, and now Wisconsin. Graham Mertz was as big of a problem for them in my eyes than ever. So to not have Graham Mertz there anymore, that's probably a plus for Wisconsin. And still contained Braylon Allen after Paul Chryst got fired. People might forget Braylon Allen was one of them that outspoke about how disappointed he was that Paul Chryst got fired. And Braylon Allen stuck around though. So we'll see what happens there. All right, Black Shirt, we got a minute left here.
All right. So you're a baseball guy. My Braves have lost 4
in
a row, man.
Yeah, that's right. They're not as bad as the Yankees.
That's okay.
They're not nearly as bad as the Yankees.
What about the home run guy? What's his name?
Shohei?
No, how about him?
Shohei Ohtani's unreal.
He's on pace to
Yeah.
hit 60 right now.
Yeah, I mean, clear cut, especially now that Aaron Judge has been hurt for a substantial amount of time. It's probably going to be Shohei as the MVP, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I mean, the guy's doing it both at the plate, in the field, on the mound, you name it, and that guy's doing it. It's unbelievable. He's really special.
That's good.
So,
all right. This is the end of the day. The fastest 2 hours in radio has
That was quick.
ended.
That was quick.
And I have my friend Nick on here. We didn't yell. We didn't fuss. We just had fun.
That was nice and easy.
The Ticket, 93.7.
Hey. It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. Yo. It'll never be the same.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family. Work for one of our NECA